Alright, in this video, I'm going to be explaining why I really like the NBA's in-season tournament, the NBA Cup, and why I think it is here to stay for a number of reasons. So as we all know, the NBA's in-season tournament was implemented 2 years ago as a way to give players more of an incentive to try in regular season games, give non-contending teams something to fight for, and add a little bit more flair into NBA's regular season games throughout the first third of the season. But for a number of reasons, I think this is one of the most beneficial and promising additions to the NBA that we've seen in a while, and I'm going to explain why. So first off, I've explained in my previous video, but basketball is one of the sports where you see the best team win more times than in any other sport, and it makes it so that every other team that's not a top contender doesn't really have much to fight for because there's a very small chance that they're going to win the championship. Well, with the NBA Cup, kind of give those teams something to fight for in games that matter more than they would otherwise, because these teams either aren't going to make the playoffs or they're going to be teams that don't make it to the finals and don't win the championship. You're giving teams that aren't the best, that are at the bottom of the standings or even just the middle of the pack, 500 teams, seeds 5 through 8, games that matter towards a trophy that is real. And likewise, I'm a big international football fan, and one of my favorite features about the top leagues of football throughout Europe in each of the countries is that they have a cup in the middle of the season, which is a different trophy separate from the actual league championship that teams play for, and it goes on throughout the season. They have games every other week or so. It's the same kind of thing where it's a completely different trophy, except the main difference is that the standings don't count towards the regular season standings, but at the same time you give players a trophy to fight for and a final championship for the tournament that actually matters, and teams and fans love to follow their team throughout the tournament. And one of the things you judge players by in international football is the amount of trophies they won. Same with the coaches. And these trophies are one of the ones that count. If you count major trophies won, you count the cup that was won throughout the regular season. I think we're going to start seeing this NBA Cup implemented into more people's resumes because it really is a trophy that takes a lot from a team to win its championship. And I think it's just something cool to fight for. Likewise, I think the fact that games are kind of scattered throughout the weeks and there's a specific day of the week for tournament games is really cool because it gives players a consistent sort of schedule. They know that there's going to be regular season games, there's going to be a cup game, and it keeps it from just having the regular 7 days a week, regular season game, regular season game, regular season game, just so on and so forth. But you have something else to fight for, especially during the early time of the season where the games are kind of more up in the air. Fans are tuned in because it's the start of the season, but at the same time, not as into it as they would be because things aren't as high stake as they are at the end of the season. You're adding stake to games this early on in the season, which I think is amazing. Courts are also really cool. NBA City jerseys that they wear a lot of the times are really cool. This adds more flair for something that wasn't always in the NBA that I think players are really going to have more enjoyment being a part of as the NBA continues to grow. One thing I would change about it is that the 83rd game played for the championship teams doesn't count towards the record, and those two teams playing in the finals of the NBA Cup play an extra game. But as we've seen, players go really hard, and LeBron in the first year, Giannis in the second year, which was just last season. Players really care about this NBA Cup. It's a trophy. The trophy looks amazing. Lots at stake. The game's in Vegas. It's at a neutral site. I think it's overall just a very good implementation into the NBA by Adam Silver. I think it's here to stay. I'm excited to see how it hopefully becomes more influential in subsequent years, but let me know what you think.